So, would you like me to show you what I'm talking about whenever it comes to my CQB strategies?
Yeah, sure.
So, already, this is gonna sound pretty weird, but and I think I might need you for this example, but essentially, just real simple. You know, you guys are walking up to a door, but the unit makes sure that they all get on one side, or they all stack up on one side, and you're about to see why. Uh, to where point now gets ready to open the door, but what happens right here is that, okay, so like, okay, just act like your point. Um, so, right. So now what happens is that you open the door as I'm right behind you and like have my gun trained on the door. So from there, I'm gonna quickly pie, right? And then now we know exactly what the inside of the room looks like. We have at least 70% of the intel. That's why it's considerably better than dynamic entry, which, as you know, would be what? Dynamic entry would be you open the door. Oh, my bad. Sorry. We stack up here, you open the door, and then I immediately go in, uh, not exactly knowing what's going on in here, you know? And I feel like this can apply for every room, and a lot of cases broadly to basically have someone right behind point, have his gun up, or have their gun up, and have point open the door because he is closest to the knob, and then have a quick pie. Then what we do from there, yeah, that's the part I'm thinking over. And I guess I want to catch your opinion on this. Should it be the person who originally opened the door? Because okay, think about it. I'm thinking about it right now. I think it should be that. So you're on this side here. I really think that it should be, and with the rest of the unit behind you, since I'm the one with the most intel, I should go in. You don't know what's going on in there. Especially since CQB is supposed to be nonverbal, so you don't give intel to the people inside. So I think that it should be you that you lift your gun up, marking for me to go. Or like this, or like that. Yeah, there we go. And then I go in because I already know what's going on. Plus, with that initial pie, I've already like taken care of most threats, and or like, you know, if I'm pieing around, I see someone, I'm just gonna, oh, my game is muted. I'm so smart. All right, hold on. So yeah, if I'm pieing around, something's going on. Or yeah, do you want to just like run through this a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. And then like I'll just talk and discuss as we're going through it. So we're stacked up, we're going, and then like in real life I would pat your shoulder, but I don't know, I would just say like go for set, and then I would pie around as you like keep an eye on that other corner over there because you don't know if like someone else is like gonna, you know, walk out. But as you then or as I then pie around if someone's over here, right, and then like I can back off, you know, and then like, you know, someone's in there, but then, you know, it's all clear. If it's all clear, it's just all one swift motion. So we're like that, and then oh my god, can I stop lagging for like 2 fucking seconds? I'm sorry. Okay. So then yeah, so we're here, and then I swiftly pie around. And then from me not shooting, you know that the place is clear. So then you put your gun in high ready, marking that you guys are ready, that you guys are set, or low ready. Yeah, like that. And then I go in. Right. And then when it comes to open doorways, it's just keep it simple, you know. What I prefer whenever it comes to just any corner, make sure you keep your distance. because more distance is better in most, if not all, cases. It leaves you more room for error in general. Makes things easier. It would really be up to the unit for what they would do next. But it's still the same principle. I'm point, I'm here. You tap me on my shoulder or just say go since we're online, right? Or yeah, that's also
Yeah,
a great idea. So,
that's why I do that.
and then you didn't shoot anything, so I know it's clear. So then I lift my gun up, and then you go in, and then I go in right behind you. Dynamic entry style. Yeah.
Yeah, like
What
that.
do you think?
Like that. I mean, with the laser, yeah, that's a good strat.
Mm,
But
yeah.
also, there's this little tight corridor or like entry area.
Mm.
That's one problem with it.
Oh, what about it? Yeah, it's overall the idea is to have efficiency, to keep it as simple as possible, so that way it can apply to as dynamic of cases as possible. Of course, that doesn't apply to every case, but would you like to give it a try by putting a shit ton of enemies in this building?
Yeah, sure.
But reloading, cover me. Set. Clear. So then we would stack up here, like nearest the knob. Or I guess this is more complicated, huh? Yeah, I would stack up behind you. And then remind you, make sure that you have your gun up. It'll probably show better in the room, but like have your gun up, trained for that other quarter, prepared for that other quarter that is on your side, right? It'll show better in other rooms.
Oh, this would be tricky.
Oh, this. Yeah. I would like do like this, right? And then you would shine your laser, give me a pound on the shoulder, like that.
Stuck.
Then you. Door stuck. Door is stuck.
He'd already be dead by the time.
Reloading. Copy that. Checking. Clear.
Good mag. Okay, good. Clear.
Clear. So yeah, it showed a little bit better. Right. Okay, I know I'm being a nerd, but hold on. So it showed a little bit better in this room to where I was able to assess most of the room outside of the room. But then, like, of course, those deep corners, like right over this way, where I have no idea what's going on there, I'm able to do a dynamic entry on that. And the reason why that's okay is because it's just that small area as opposed to the entire room. See what I mean?
Yeah. You wouldn't so shot on the back, but
Hmm?
you wouldn't shot on the back because you moved.
Oh, I thought we were moving at the same time.
I couldn't because
I
you
mean,
walked
that's
away.
also like a thing. It's also about a thing in that, like, and I was taught this from one of my veteran friends in that a lot of CQB, a big part of it is actually about trust. For that case, I trusted you in your training that since you were in front of me, you already knew what to do and to take care of this corner with these guys over here. Um, and I genuinely thought that we were going at the same time. So that's why.
Oh.
Do you want to try that again?
No.
Okay. All right. On you.
Hostage my way. Oh, this is bad position.
Not really. Um, because think about it. So yeah, you're right behind me. So you give me the signal. I open the door. My gun is down for half a millisecond. Meanwhile, your gun is already up, so you can defeat that, or sorry, you can take down that guy that's in front of me. It's the whole point. Fuck.
Clear.
Clear. Yeah, for this case, I think we handled it pretty well.
Oh.
What I would prefer to happen. Oh wait, come back. Sorry. Um, what the fuck?
That
What?
door is being weird.
Okay. So please come over here, and like come over here.
Why is it?
Just go through the door. Anyways, so what I would prefer to happen is that we're here, and then like we both see this corner, and then as we like slowly progress, I would imagine just like at the same time, like you can already tell that I'm going for this corner. I can already tell that you're going for the other corner, and then we just do it.
I don't know. That's what we did.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Anyways, yeah. So, what did you think of that? Because I think that it's simple, it's efficient, gets the job done, as opposed to a lot of other things that guys do. I want to know your full thoughts. Is it like the best thing you've ever heard of, or the worst fucking idea that you've ever heard of in your entire life?
It's good, but sometimes in a sense, not really.
What do you mean?
Because who's gonna cover the dude's back when he's he's right behind you, and he goes across. If you're inside a building, there's doors, windows everywhere. Back. That's one flaw.
True. That's why, in general, you're gonna want a larger unit, and this works for the first part of the unit. This is basically to make sure, because it's always been a problem in CQB that point is like just destined to get shot, and I feel like this is one of the ways to help mitigate that in a major way.
Another thing we could
If
do,
you guys
you
want
could
to hear.
add on to, is like when the second man goes across, third man follows him like on his back, so he's watching his back.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, yeah, it's super dynamic. We're supposed to be super dynamic, and it can apply to a lot of different situations. Um, but like this is just how it would work in two man. To where you, in CQB in general with smaller units, you just have to accept that there are just a lot of things that you can't cover. And as a matter of fact, in two man, I would probably do this a little bit faster, if anything, because of how, like you said, you're exposed to all of that a lot of the time. So, heck, we have someone. So heck, we have someone. Oh my God, what is going on? Okay, either way, so first two guys are watching this. I can imagine third, being out here, or being here, and then fourth, being here or here or something along those legs. But we don't have that in this situation right now. But you see what I mean,
Yeah.
right?
People normally say no full auto in the building. I'm also
Really?
doing bursts, and people get mad at me for that. It's like,
Oh, just like saying in general.
yeah, in
Oh, in the
general.
game? Well, here's the thing with full auto. The like it has its advantages in getting a lot of fucking lead down range. And I think it works in like the case where I don't know, say that you're in Spec Ops and you're going to one place, one building that maybe has a couple of rooms, and then like these guys are heavily armored, so you go full auto on them. That makes sense. But like on a broad scale, fuck, it depends. It really does depend on a lot of things. So it depends on your training, and depends on the situation. Your training being that you're very experienced with auto, you're very comfortable with bursts, and the situation being again these guys are heavily armed. You're in CQB, and you know that you have plenty of ammo reserve. Otherwise, I don't fully think that full auto really is effective, especially since you can run out of ammo so quickly, in most cases. But you're coming into an engagement with like fucking. I think you maybe could. Or maybe not with this. But say you're running in there with like well over a combat load. Say that you have 10 to 12 mags, I would say. Then I would say like yeah, sure, full auto. Otherwise I would highly just recommend shooting on shooting on semi-auto, but just really fucking fast if you have to. And again, saves on ammo.
You
That is
can't
what I think.
click and shoot as fast as you can pull the trigger for 2 seconds.
I have one YouTuber
For example,
that can show you that with a.
like, is that quick? Sure as hell you
It can be quick.
That's easier.
Again, depends on your training and who you are. For some guys, it's just much easier to just shoot on full auto. Or semi-auto. Some guys it's just easier, for them. And yes, it's slightly slower, but it's still
I guess
doing
precision.
the same thing. Yeah, and that's an added. That's why most guys stick to semi-auto. It's because of precision in general. But again, Depends. Training. Enemy. Mission. Met TC. I know, which is like an answer that not a lot of people like to hear, but it's true. Just depends.
I mean, to be honest, I like doing bursts because I'd rather go for damage than precision.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That definitely does work in CQB. If we're talking about outdoors, though,
Precision, yeah, 100%.
yeah. Oh yeah.